I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational.
And I'm not sure it's safe to be an outspoken conservative walking around in America right now.
Scott Jennings, fuck off. America is not safe for anyone. The conservatives are not the victims here. You have created this environment. Now, I despise Charlie Kirk. In fact, I hate him. But I am not advocating for him being shot. But you, Trump, and the MAGA movement have created this environment. You'll do nothing for gun reform. You do nothing but divide the American people. You've united angry white people. Great job. And even now, as you speak of this, you're saying they came after the president. Now they came after Kirk, as if everyone else who isn't in MAGA is the boogeyman. Did you know that there was a school shooting today in Denver? 3 people injured today. Were they conservative, outspoken people? No. Again, it's a terrible thing that he got shot. But you guys have made this environment. You need to own up to it. And you need to tone down the hatred and the division.
Maybe it's because I come from a place with consequences, but I ain't shocked by the Charlie Kirk shit at all. Where I'm from, right or wrong, if you do things that negatively impact other people's lives, there's a chance that that could cost you your life. Like, say you put hands on your old lady. She goes back to her parents' house, beaten and bloody, and then her little brother sees it, decides he's had enough. He goes over to that house and he puts 3 in your chest. Ultimately, he's dead because the little brother decided to pull the trigger, but we're going to act like the hillbilly didn't have no part to play in that?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Actually, guys, Charlie was short and many people are talking about it. Internet is going crazy. In today's episode, we are going to cover how white people are reacting on that. So let's dive in. Credit belongs to the owner of the videos. I will come back with more commentary.
Or maybe it's because I'm on the side that has historically had all of the consequences heaped upon them. Like, we're the ones who always get assassinated. Harry T. Moore, Medgar Evers, Huey Long, Harvey Milk, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Fred Hampton, the list goes on. None of them wanted to die. And to be sure, they died because someone came and pulled the trigger. They didn't make that decision. But we're going to act like that decision wasn't visited upon them because they decided to challenge the status quo, because they decided to negatively impact the ruling class. Now I've got a situation where I have an individual who has spent the last decade trying to strip the humanity away from everybody that he deemed lesser, out here impacting the lives of thousands, if not millions of people negatively, and I'm supposed to pretend like there are going to be no consequences. Again, whenever you do the type of things that impact, you don't know how you're impacting people's lives. You have no idea what your words or how they will affect somebody. We recognize this as leftists. I understand there's going to be people who don't like the shit that I have to say. It's cops right now who would love to put me in a bag. I get that. I go do it anyway because I believe that what I'm talking is worth dying for. I hope that Charlie Kirk feels the same, because whenever you get out here and you do the type of things that impact people negatively, you need to expect that those people you negatively impact are going to come visit consequences upon you. For right or wrong, it doesn't matter. In my world, that's the reality, and you should expect that it's going to come whether it does or not. I expect my retribution to come from the ruling class. Charlie Kirk is going to have to look out for it from every minority group that he's ever demonized. Moral of the story is, if you're going to be out here trying to impact people's lives negatively, you better believe in what the fuck it is you're fighting for. As always, bro, I appreciate y'all taking the time. Much love. Y'all have a good one.
I'm not going to apologize for my reaction to what I saw yesterday. Against my will, a video of Charlie Kirk, a very up-close video of Charlie Kirk dying, came across my TikTok feed. And for those of you in the comments saying, well, what about Gaza? What about this? What about that? Yes, you're right, but let's be specific. The Charlie Kirk assassination in Utah yesterday. The Evergreen High School shooting in Denver yesterday. The Douglas Park shooting in Chicago. The River North mass shooting in Chicago. The Annunciation Catholic Church shooting in Minneapolis. The Lexington shootings in Kentucky. None of that is normal either. And none of it is something that we should accept quietly. And here's the thing. This type of content did not used to be content. There was a time that if you wanted to see videos such as the one that I watched yesterday, you had to search far and wide to find it. You would even have to go to the depths of the dark web to access it. And now, it's the first thing that comes up when we open up an app that we get on to find some peace and some fun in this atrocious, disgusting world that we live in. We should not be desensitized to witnessing death. This is not content. This is not entertainment. This is trauma being broadcasted and consumed like it's nothing. And if I'm shaken, if I'm upset, if I'm angry, that's how it should be, because that is human. So for all the people telling me that that's just how the world is now, and that's just how things are now, I reject that. We should not accept death as something ordinary. We should not consume death passively. And if you think that seeing someone die online shouldn't bother you, think about all of the incidents that I just mentioned previously in this video. And those were just in the summer of 2025 to date. And think about all the lives lost in summer 2025 to date. And then think, is that acceptable? I am not apologizing for reacting. We should react. We have to react. It is not normal. This is not normal, and it is not okay.
So guys, actually the things I can say, Cherry was not like perfect. Actually, we all know that he was supporting dangerous division, like stuff like that. But also when it's come to people passing or death, we need to step back and think like, no matter how much he was supporting something we don't support, it's still violence, and nice people and good people never support violence. In my part, that's what I think. So I don't know what you think, but let's keep watching.
Now that the dust is kind of settling a bit on the Charlie Kirk thing, and like I've slept on it and digested it, the shit, I mean, we knew it was going to be like ridiculous, but the shit people are saying. Stephen Colbert said, "I hope it's obvious to everyone in America that political violence does not solve any of our political differences. Political violence only leads to more political violence. And I pray with all my heart that this is the aberrant action of a madman and not a sign of things to come." And this is why I fucking hate the whole like empathy, morality discussion of all of this, because it makes no fucking sense. All it does is separate what actually happened from why it happened. I hope these are the actions of a crazy madman and not a sign of things to come. Of course it's a sign of things to come. This has been coming. Like, what do you mean? This is the world that they've been building. This is what I fucking hate. People act like Jimmy Kimmel came out and said something as well that was like, for once, can we all just accept that a human being being shot is a bad thing or whatever? I'm like, we've been saying that. Like, I fucking hate this whole like condemn the violence. Same thing with is obviously like Palestine, and people like, do you condemn Hamas? Do you condemn Hamas? Again, not a conversation about who deserves or doesn't deserve or the level of violence. I don't care about having that discussion. I think it's fucking irrelevant. What I think is relevant is the fact that Charlie Kirk died because of Charlie Kirk. And not because he pissed someone off and they killed him. I mean, Charlie Kirk there's that video going around of him literally saying, people need to die to gun violence every year in order to protect the Second Amendment or whatever. He said that. That is the world he fought for. That's the world he got. Political violence only begets more political violence. Like, yeah, no shit. This is a result of that. This didn't fucking come out of nowhere. I fucking hate when people act like all of a sudden it's like, again, all of a sudden we grow empathy as if this is the first time and only time this has ever happened, and this happened in a vacuum. Like everyone's been saying, there was a mass shooting at the same time. There was a mass shooting at the same time Charlie Kirk got shot. Where's the call for empathy for them? Where's all this like, guys, violence is actually really bad? Where's Stephen Colbert making fucking statements on that? Where's Jimmy Kimmel making statements on that? It only matters when it's a rich white guy. When it's a rich white guy that dies, then it's all empathy is the fucking end all be all of everything, and we need to condemn all the violence in the world. Always condemn the violence as if it happens in a vacuum and then nothing changes, and then we act surprised when it happens again. And it's fucking exhausting. And like, yeah, this is gonna continue to happen. It will continue to happen, and it will get worse. It reminds me of when Liam Payne, obviously it's a very different situation, but when Liam Payne died last year, I can't remember when he died, I remember seeing so many people sharing posts of like Liam Payne's death and like RIP Liam Payne and stuff. Like people I know personally, and it was on everyone's stories and everyone's posting it. People who don't even give a fuck about One Direction, people who don't care about Liam Payne like that. And these are people who'd never posted a single thing on Palestine or any other issue in the world. And I remember people being like, oh, well, it's still sad that he died. I'm like, yeah, but you don't know him any more than you know these innocent kids in Gaza. But you've never shared a post on, like, it really is, it's just rich white guy dies, now we need to practice empathy, like.
So guys, I have been seeing people online saying he deserves it, but trust me, I don't think he deserves it, because we don't need to support violence because we don't like people, because we don't support what they teach. I know he used to say something like, oh, shooting sometimes it's good, but look what happened. So you may celebrate this and tomorrow is someone you care about. So that's why I think like we don't need to celebrate violence. No matter what, no matter how much we don't support people or we don't like people, we don't support violence, because there is no, if we do that, they will not be different from this kind of people. We not be different from them. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, guys. So let's watch.
I want to be clear. I don't advocate for anyone being shot, and I'm not celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. Political violence is never the answer. But let's talk about the fact that Trump ordered flags lowered nationwide for him. Charlie Kirk never worked in government. Meanwhile, at the exact same time, there was a school shooting in Colorado. And shootings like that happen almost every day in America. Do we lower the flags for those kids? For their families? For the dozens of communities torn apart by violence every single week? No. We normalize it. We move on. But this one person, someone who built his platform on division and hate, gets national mourning. That's not respect for life. That's a political choice. And it shows exactly how broken our priorities are in this country. Follow me on the tube for more breakdowns like this.
Is it okay to celebrate the death of Charlie Kirk? Because today, America is not just filled with people mourning the death of a father and husband. It's also filled with people celebrating the death of a controversial political figure.
Charlie Kirk got shot and killed. How do you feel?
Happy. Goodbye.
Wow. Did you see that Charlie Kirk just got shot and killed?
That's good.
Charlie Kirk gets shot and killed today. What do you feel about that?
Girl, someone had to do it.
I mean, it didn't take long. This man was seen on camera smiling and pumping his fists just moments after the shot rang out. And according to witnesses, he wasn't the only one.
The liberals who were there were cheering and someone just got killed. Disgusting.
One TikToker by the name of Horace Gold has gone viral for sharing his opinion on why it should be acceptable to celebrate his death.
Oh no, someone who wants me dead died. Anyway, piece of shit. You got what you deserve. I'm sorry, you're a bad person. Bad things happen to bad people, celebrate it. It should happen more often. Not death necessarily, but like karma. Some of y'all are weak. You should be able to say, thank God that my dead. Thank God that is no longer able to cause harm. It's a miracle. Hallelujah. Ding dong, the witch is dead. No one mourns the wicked.
And a lot of the comments backed him up. Like, am I crazy? He was a bad, dangerous person. An advocate for gun violence was a victim of gun violence. Oh no. I do think his kids will be better without his influence in their upbringing. And I only share this because that comment got nearly 20,000 likes in the matter of hours. But the problem is, many people argue that celebrating a killing like this only encourages more.
If anyone in the sound of my voice celebrated even a little bit at the news of this shooting, I would beg you to look in the mirror and to see if you can find a better angel in there somewhere. I don't care what his politics are, I care that he was an American.
But before you think it's the entire left that feel this way, it's not. Project Liberal posted, we agree with Charlie Kirk on basically nothing, except that he deserves the right, as every human does, to speak freely without the threat of violence. Multiple Democrat politicians and former presidents have spoken out condemning the shooting, and also some of the most prominent liberal figures on TikTok who have had heated debates with Charlie Kirk in the past, like Parker and Dean. They too condemned the shooting, and both even went as far as telling people who celebrated it to stop supporting them and unfollow. In fact, Dean said,
if you want to end gun violence, it is something that you can never celebrate.
Unfortunately, America is increasingly becoming a place where their Second Amendment right is costing them their First Amendment right. But what do you guys think? Can this death be a wake-up call and a turning point for the country? Or will this only divide Americans even?
Yeah, guys, to be honest, if I'm being honest, we have to be careful on what we cheer up or what we support, because at the end of the day, it may happen to someone we care about. And what I'm saying, like, I know he was not the excuse me, I know he was not a good person. Actually, I know he didn't love all the people. He's like, he was doing something which is not good. Actually, it's official, we all know that. But no matter what, we don't support violence. That's what I can only say, guys. I have one clip I have left. Let's watch. I'll be back.
So I have high schoolers that were in school today when they found out about Charlie Kirk's assassination.
And when the class found out, the majority of the students started cheering. And then the teacher said, well, he was kind of a bad guy. I am so angry right now. No teacher should be pushing that type of hate in a classroom. Sitting in a classroom and you are listening to your students cheering when somebody was murdered. In a government class, by the way. And that's your message? That is the problem we have here in America. And that is the problem that we have in the school system. I've had issues with this teacher prior to this, and I've bit my tongue because she's one of my daughter's favorite teachers, and I didn't want to cause any problems for her. But I need to let my feelings subside, and then I need to decide what I'm going to do, but this is not okay. And that is not what we should be saying to children. The conversation should have been, we don't all have to agree, and you don't have to like what he says, but you should never celebrate somebody's murder because they think differently than you. We no longer live in a society where we can have political conversations and still respect others' views. We are dealing with a radicalization that is so beyond hateful, and it has to stop. This could have been a great teaching moment for a government teacher. Do your research and get grounded in your views so that you know how to debate the things that you stand for. Because being able to coexist with people that don't align with you politically is a necessity in society, and it makes for good governance. I'm hoping tomorrow I have some more clarity on how to approach this situation, but it needs to be addressed.
Cherry was shot to death, and of course online many people are reacting on it, and people have different opinion about what's happening. And I understand you guys. Many people are saying this is really bad. Like, no one need to celebrate violence. Other they're like, oh, he deserved it. He was bad person. He was bad influence. So what coming to him? It's what he deserved. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, like, I understand he was not a good person, but no one support violence, because violence is violence. It may happen to someone you care about. Maybe they didn't mean for him, but he was there per accident and they shoot him. So that's why always these things, shooting, violence, we don't support that. Which I don't mean like I support whatever he was doing. Of course not. I don't support what he was saying, the way he was thinking about, like everything. We all know the things he was talking about. It was harmful to some people. Some people didn't see it as a positive, especially I didn't see it as that because I always believe unity, not division. But also, like, being shot, of course, it's not something good to celebrate. Like, it's violence. That things happen if we celebrate, like, he been shot. Those people will have some ideas. We keep having some idea to keep shooting people because they don't like them, because they don't agree with them, or because I don't know. So it will be wars. It will get worse. So that's why we don't support violence, because it's for our own good. It's for our family own goods, our kids and everyone. So that's why I say, like, we don't support this, because if people normalize these things, of course, other will feel like they will come and shoot their enemies because they don't like them or whatever. So we have to, like, to not support this no matter what. We have to say violence is never a solution. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's what I think. I don't know what you think, guys, but me personally, that's what I think. You can tell me what you think, but I have comment from the people. Let's hear what the people are saying about the situation, especially white people. As you saw, they are like, yeah, I understand, like, it's not like something people will cry about, but it's not also something people will, like, support because it's violence. We don't support people go and shooting people. No. That, I feel like that's not a good way to go with this one. Because there's some kids, there's people who see, if they see you celebrating, they're like, oh, I did something good, or he did something good, I can do it next time. So you can find out some people are hurting with no reason. So the first comment say, oh, good, he finally got what he deserved. That's what I want to show you. Some people are celebrating this. I know he was not a good person, but of course, violence was never the option. It's not the best option. The second one say, I never killed him, but I don't think celebrating death is the right responsible. Yeah. To be honest, I don't care about him, but also violence is not a good thing to celebrate. The third one say, like, sometimes violence is the only way in this province, which I don't agree with this comment, but I put it here so you hear some people are really, really celebrating this. The fourth one say like, this is bad. I disagree with him on everything, which I do too, but nobody should go out like this. Be careful. The last one said, be careful celebrating now. Tomorrow it could be someone from your side. Yeah, like the person who shoot him, what if he move around and someone you know is passing? Always violence hurts people, so I will never support that. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in a comment and subscribe to the channel. See you next one. Bye.